Okay, so get this right. We've got a former U.S. president, days away from inauguration, launches a cryptocurrency. But wait, there's more. It's a meme coin. And it's named after, well, himself.
Yeah, you could say it's gotten some attention. I mean, it's Donald Trump we're talking about here.
Oh, absolutely.
He's always been good at using his persona to find financial, let's just say, opportunities.
Yeah, no, for sure. So for this deep dive, we've got a whole, stack of stuff here. News articles, market analyses, even some pretty heated discussions from crypto forums. It seems like everyone's trying to figure out what this Trunsome coin really means. So let's try to figure this out together. Is this genius marketing or something a little riskier?
Well, first, you probably need to do a little explaining just so everyone's on the same page. You've probably heard of Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Big names.
Yeah, right. But meme coins, they're different, way more volatile.
They're kind of like the Wild West of crypto, right?
Exactly.
All about hype, speculation, not so much about, actual use, like Dogecoin or Shiba Inu.
Perfect examples, yeah. And that's what makes this so interesting. I mean, Trump's jumping into this market that's already known for being kind of crazy, but he's also bringing, his brand and all his supporters.
It's a bold move.
Yeah.
For sure. And the details themselves are pretty interesting, too. So Trimpy launched on the Solana blockchain, which is known for being fast, low transaction fees, that kind of thing. Yeah. And just hours after it launched, the value went up over 10,000%. Hit a market cap of, get this, over $15 billion.
Yeah, that's definitely caught people's attention. And the fact that they chose Solana is interesting too. Like you said, it's efficient, fast, but it's also had some technical problems in the past. Choosing it kind of suggests that they're prioritizing speed over security.
Interesting.
Maybe hoping to attract users who care more about, quick trades.
Makes sense. And the timing of it all, too. Just 3 days before the inauguration, right after he hosted this, exclusive crypto event. Almost feels like a calculated move, right? Take advantage of all the political attention and the growing interest in crypto.
Oh, absolutely. And then there's Trump's, past ventures in similar markets, like his NFT collection.
Oh, yeah. Those were surprisingly successful.
Huge success. Not just because they were, of him, but they really tapped into his fan base. And that whole fear of missing out thing, really drove up the demand.
So he's kind of done this before, profited from hype, which brings us to the real question, right? Is Trump a legitimate investment?
Yeah.
Or is this more like, as some critics are saying, a pump and dump scheme?
Well, to figure that out, we need to look at both sides, starting with the skeptics. They see this through the lens of Trump's, history, his past business dealings. They see a pattern of pushing boundaries to, make money.
There's also worried about market manipulation, right?
Mm-hmm.
There are reports that Trump and his inner circle, they control a lot of the Trump supply.
Right, exactly.
Are they saying that this could be like a deliberate move to pump up the price?
Yeah.
And then cash out?
Right.
Leaving regular investors with, nothing?
That's the theory. It's tough to prove intent, though, without, hard evidence. But the concern is understandable. There's not a lot of transparency around how the coin is distributed or who controls it.
Okay, so that's one side. But what about the people who are actually excited about Trump? What are they seeing that maybe the skeptics aren't?
The enthusiasts, they're enthusiastic. Some genuinely believe in Trump's brand. And they think his loyal following could actually translate into long-term value for the coin. They see all that initial investment as a sign of potential.
So they think he's figured out meme coins, that he can use his influence to make something that's more than just a bubble.
Yeah, some believe that. Others, and this is where it gets a little cynical, they're probably just hoping to, ride the wave, make some quick cash before it crashes.
So the gamble, a big one. And both sides are betting on Trump. Either he's going to revolutionize meme coins or pull off something, pretty audacious.
Exactly. But what's really interesting here, it goes beyond just, the money. We're talking about a former U.S. president potentially endorsing a meme coin.
Yeah, that's a good point.
What does that mean for the U.S. in the whole global crypto world?
On one hand, you could argue that this attention, even if it's from, a controversial figure, it could make cryptocurrency more mainstream.
Right. It could legitimize the tech for people who weren't into it before, maybe lead to more people using it, more innovation. But, and this is a big but, it also comes with risk.
Like the whole industry being tied to Trump.
Exactly. That could hurt crypto's reputation, make it harder for the good projects to get noticed, could even lead to stricter regulations, Governments might get nervous about this kind of endorsement.
So the crypto community is kind of stuck, huh? Between short-term gains and long-term damage to their reputation.
It's a tough spot, and it raises a big question for anyone involved in crypto, including you. Can a cryptocurrency really be successful if it's so closely tied to one person, especially someone as polarizing as Trump?
Yeah, it really makes you think about the bigger picture, doesn't it?
It does.
We've talked about what this could mean for crypto in general. But what about for, like, the average person? Someone just trying to figure out this whole crypto thing.
That's a great point. This isn't just some, abstract story. It could affect anyone who's interested in crypto, whether you're, a big investor or just starting out.
Exactly. And it's easy to get caught up in all the hype, especially with someone like Trump involved, right? But let's take a step back. Think about this strategically for a second. What are you actually trying to do with crypto? Are you looking for a quick win, a long-term investment, or are you more interested in the tech itself, like how it could change the whole financial system?
Because depending on your answer, this whole Trump thing could be a sign to buy in or a warning to stay away. It could even make you rethink your whole approach to crypto.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. It's not just about this one coin. It's about figuring out what kind of investor you are, what risks you're comfortable with. And let's be real, there's an ethical side to this too, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, would you be okay profiting from a cryptocurrency that's so closely tied to someone like Trump?
It's a tough question.
Even if you believe in, blockchain technology, can you separate that from the person behind this specific coin?
There's no easy answer, but it's definitely something to think about.
Yeah, ignoring those concerns, it feels like it goes against what crypto could be.
Yeah.
A force for positive change.
I agree. If we want crypto to reach its full potential, to actually do some good in the world, we need to be careful about who's leading it. We need to hold those in power accountable and make sure our voices are heard.
So what can someone listening to this actually do? It's easy to feel overwhelmed by all this.
The most important thing is to stay informed and talk about it. Don't just sit there and, read the headlines. Have conversations with your friends, your family, online. Share your thoughts, your worries, what you hope for crypto's future.
I like that. Turn observation into action. The more we talk about this stuff, the more likely we are to find solutions. Solutions that work for everyone, not just a few people.
This whole thing with Trump and his Memecoin, it's kind of a wake-up call. It shows us that technology isn't neutral. It's shaped by the people who make it, the people who use it, and the systems it's part of.
And if we want a fairer financial system,
Yeah.
we need to pay attention to those dynamics.
Yeah.
Even in a space that's supposed to be decentralized, we need to hold ourselves accountable and the people we support.
Right. We can't just assume technology will fix everything. We have to be involved in shaping that future. So going back to your question from earlier about whether this is genius marketing or something riskier.
It almost doesn't matter anymore, does it?
The bigger question is, what do we want the future of crypto to look like? And what are we willing to do to make that happen?
I don't know about you, but this whole thing, it feels like an episode of Black Mirror or something.
Yeah, it's definitely a turning point for crypto. And honestly, who knows what's going to happen next?
Yeah, only time will tell. But this whole Trump and P thing has been wild, that's for sure. I mean, the launch itself, how the markets reacted, all the regulatory stuff, the ethical questions. It's like a crash course in how unpredictable crypto can be.
Definitely a reminder that even with, decentralized finance, human behavior still matters, especially when you've got these big personalities involved.
So where do we go from here? Like, what are the big takeaways from all this?
Well, one thing's for sure. Crypto's growing up and fast. It's not just for tech people anymore. Now you've got everyone paying attention, even people who maybe don't have the best intentions.
So we need to be more careful, more critical of what's going on.
Exactly. We can't just, blindly trust everything. Ask tough questions, demand transparency.
And maybe most importantly, remember why we got into crypto in the first place.
Right.
Was it just about making money? Or was it about something more?
Like a fairer financial system, one that gives power to people and communities instead of just, the same old institutions.
Because if we forget that, all this other stuff, the market swings, the celebrity endorsements, it's just noise, right?
Exactly.
So yeah, as you keep exploring crypto, hold on to that vision.
Let it guide your decisions, your investments.
Conversations you have.
And never stop asking questions.
Because ultimately,
the
future of crypto isn't set in stone.
It's being shaped right now by all of us.
And if this deep dive has shown us anything, it's that the choices we make today, they really matter for tomorrow. That's all the time we have for today. Thanks for joining us. And remember, stay curious, stay engaged, and most importantly, stay informed.